Okay, let's go. This is Joshua's booster. I don't know my own intro anymore. We are joined by...
I'm Thomas from the Netherlands.
Hi, Thomas. What did you do?
I got third place at the Digimon Fest with Musketeers or Beelstarmon.
Why? How? Tell me everything.
That's a very good question. I didn't really know about the meta. I didn't really know about how my deck would do, but apparently it had a good matchup with yellow, and I got lucky against Yesmon. So in quite a short event, 5 rounds, that's good enough apparently.
Don't tell the people, just...
It's fine.
Don't let them know.
Oh,
Let them just assume it was like 12 rounds.
a deck that has a good matchup against yellow should be good enough to look at.
Probably.
Yeah.
Alright.
So let's get into the deck. I'm playing a normal purple deck, so I'm playing 4 Demi-Meramon.
Pretty good.
It's always good, but my deck needs to load the trash, so it's even better.
Yeah.
My 5th egg, it doesn't really do much, but when it does something, it's okay.
So is there any reason why you play 5x instead of just the 4 Demi-Meron?
Today, I didn't go into my, I never used my 5th egg, but it comes close almost every game. So just to be sure, I want to play 5 eggs. It's more important to have the possibility to evolve onto the egg than what the effect is.
Yeah. Understandable.
So for the rookies, it's playing Lilithmon. I just wanted to have a rookie that's good when you play it instead of from the Digitama, so that's fine. Soundbirdmon is also something not everyone plays.
Yeah, can you just real quick explain what it does?
So when it attacks, you can trash 1 option card from your hand and you'll gain 1 memory.
And you play a lot of option cards, that's crazy! It's insane!
Yeah, so the deck really wants to discard option cards, so that's good. And the 1 memory really comes in handy sometimes when they really starve you and you can't find your table.
Yeah, memory is pretty nice, yep.
I'm playing 2 Gazimon.
Memory is pretty nice, but it's also nice where your opponent doesn't have any. I see.
Obviously, just a really good card, and I'm playing purple, and it doesn't really matter what rookies I am using, so it's just really good.
Yeah.
This came back in set 7, back into the deck, so this is actually really good. When it has a evolution skill, you discard 1 card from your hand and draw 2, and you can brick really easily, so you have to discard your cards.
Yeah.
And drawing 2 is quite nice, and it combines well with the Demi-Meramon. Here I'm playing 2 of both of the Impmon. They haven't come up that much, but it's just really nice to have the option to charge your graveyard a little bit, your trash.
Just get lucky, right?
Yeah. It's just send 3 cards from your deck to the trash.
Yeah.
And the new Impmon is in a real heavy grind game, or if you get unlucky with your Beelstarmon, you can get it back from the trash.
Yep.
It hasn't come up at all today, but it is important to have at least 2 of these.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Right. Those were my rookies.
It's 16?
16, I think.
Let's find out.
14.
That sucks. 16 is way better. Okay, let's move on.
Well, I'm not really playing many evolution chains, but you'll see that now.
Yeah.
First, a one-off, Geikakumon Promote. It has Rush. Yeah, just has Rush.
It ends the game. Yeah.
You have a few cards that play cards from your trash, and if you use those without ending your turn, it's just 1 extra damage, and it can close the game, as you said. Here's the #1 reason to be playing this deck in set 7. It's Lilithmon Scatter Mode.
This card's insane. Tell me about it.
This is really the reason the deck works. On deletion, you draw 3 cards and you discard 2 cards. Drawing 3 is already nuts. Discarding cards that you don't really need in your hand is also nuts. And the play cost of 4 is really, really good. Turn 1, you are sometimes put to 2, sometimes even 3. Then it's a really good hard cast. If you brick your rookies because you mulligan blindly and got unlucky twice, you can just play this for 4 and you draw 3 cards when it dies. The one thing, you will get salty when you attack security with this for 4 turns in a row and it doesn't die. but then you win the game in the end anyway because you hit security 4 times in a row. That's
This card is jamming, right?
yeah, exactly. I won almost all my games because this did 2 or 3 damage before dying. And the opponent just doesn't want to get rid of it because it's really good either way.
Yeah.
I'm actually playing 3 Valmon.
That's a lot.
I am quite a controlling player. I would rather play safe than attempt a kill through security. So I like these. You can summon them from the trash with various effects. The evolve cost is quite nice because I almost play I play a very low champion count, so it's just good to have. And if you really don't need it, you can trash it with your various effects also. Here's my favorite card of the day. I'm sorry. Mechanorimon.
Ew. We don't like this.
I was playing against 2 Jesmon today.
Hashtag cancel Mechanorimon in chat. Yes.
Honestly, I do think it is too strong. It has a play cost of 4 for a 6,000 blocker. So it is already flat out stronger than the old blockers here. Even though today I attacked with Valmon 4 or 5 times and it won me the game each time. Well, this can't attack, but even then it shuts down all the Sistermon from attacking, all the small Hugmon. It's also quite good against the Pokemon that are left over and try to attack for game. So really good. It hasn't come up that it's black card because I do play black options. But I think you can play this in any deck, especially in the side deck.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then, honestly, going into this, I had little faith. So I main decked a couple of side deck cards just in the hope that I would be playing hybrid every game.
And you did, right?
Yeah, actually, I played 2 hybrids and it was good both times. I saw it in game 1 both times and it really surprised them. So they spent removal on this instead of my important cards.
Yeah.
And then I side in 2 more. And it's just really good if you get early enough. And the hybrid decks often let you go first. And this card exists, so honestly I don't know why they do that. Because also this card, you don't need to be playing purple to play this. So I evolved into it a lot of times, but even then, you don't need to be playing
You can just hard play it.
Yeah. Here's the main card of the deck. Beelstarmon. For every Beelstarmon and level cost 7 option in your trash, it gets 1 play cost discount. And then you can play a level 7 option basically from your trash for free. It came up a lot today that you can just play it for 8 or 7 and wipe their board, and no matter how much memory you give them, if you really wipe their board, that is often enough to at least start your next turn against a new board and a Beelstarmon, and that's just a pretty good position. And the longer the game goes, the better it gets.
Okay, so we're back. Look, prizes. Look,
I got some stuff.
it's Lilithmon.
Yeah. So that's what I started out with. I just like purple, so I moved to a different purple deck.
Purple's pretty nice. Okay, so I think we. I can't remember the last card. Place Beelstarmon, I think.
Yeah. So
okay.
Let's all move on. I'm playing 3 Omegamon. I don't have only 1 for defeat, so I maxed out, or basically maxed out on these.
If you did have defeat, would you play it?
It's a good question. I think I would play 2 defeat 1 smart.
Okay.
I think, but they really came in clutch today. I summoned a lot of blockers. I summoned Mechanorimon, and the 1 Mechanorimon shuts down a board sometimes. So it is really good. And I hit it off security a lot, but defeat would have been even better, of course, if you do that. So yeah, I wouldn't play fewer than 3 7s at least for the Beelstarmon. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm playing 2 Tamers only. I just want the option to have free memory every time. It opens up a few plays with Impmon if you're guaranteed to start your turn with 3, so it's just really important. It grabs 1 purple card from the trash, and my favorite is Lilithmon. It's just a really nice pickup when you don't play a lot of champions, so it's always good.
What's a champion? Nah, just kidding. Level 4, yeah.
I maxed out on Fly Bullet. In this meta, I think level 7s are not as important as they were before. So this can hit almost everything. It also activates in your security. So if Jesmon swings in and they don't have the safety spell, might check for 4 cards and they'll eventually hit something and die. That's basically why I think this deck is good in the current meta. Jesmon will hit this, and I think the blue deck will eventually hit this when they check for 4. I didn't play blue today, but I think that's what they do.
I'm pretty sure they don't, but sure. Let's move on.
They security? No, okay, fine. Trump Sword. Trump Sword is basically the same thing, but it can only hit stuff that is not tapped out. It happened in the first round today where Jesmon attacked. It used an evolution effect to untap itself, and then Trump Sword killed it because it wasn't tapped before. That was really funny. It's good in that, and it can pick up Susanamon because when they play it inactive, it's usually the end of their turn, and then you Trump Sword. That also came in clutch because a tapped Susanamon I can't really kill easily. And there's Happy Bullet Showering.
Happy Bullet Shower.
This really came back in this set 7. In the previous set you didn't really want more than 1 or 2 maybe. But this has actually been quite clutch today. It can kill a board of all the white cards that Hybrid plays, so the Bukomon and the Nemon. It can wipe the Sistermon Blanc if they don't have a Hotmon. And in my final match today, Hybrid Yellow didn't find any of his tamers, and I had Neo Devimon up.
You want to hear a secret?
My secret is Neo Devimon. Draw it.
I have a secret. Yellow Hybrid sucks. Tell them about the best yellow deck.
I've heard that Lord Nightmon is super good, dude.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go. I agree.
Perfect.
He won so much stuff that other people didn't. So he was trying to play a board of Rookie Rush with only his purple cards, and he had 4 or 5 eggs on the board with all his purple rookies. And the purple rookies that Yellow Hybrid tends to play are all 2000 DP. So I wiped for 4, and then I won.
That is pretty strong. Yeah.
Nailbone. I played this at 3. Honestly, I think I can see 2 being enough. It can fetch blockers. It can fetch your Genkakumon, your rush damage. So it's your finisher. But other than finishing it, I think in this meta it is quite risky to activate this instead of removal. There will always be something you want to remove. But you do want to see it, so I think 3 of this is still fine. I am playing 1 Watch Farmer. This is quite good against all the off meta. It's also quite good against the Sistermon that Jesmon plays. This is the only option I play that doesn't trigger in your security, so that's why I only play 1. I am trying a second one because it is so good against everything that you are expecting less. But it is not as good when the Hybrid player has a lot of tamers in the back row. But against some decks, it just wipes them and you win. And in many cases, it is just worth playing it for 7. But it's a black card, so you're often not allowed to play it for 7, which is sad. And my final option, this deletes 1 of your Digimon. And
that's weird. I think it says 1 instead of 7. Crazy.
It's weird. I know.
Very weird.
I wish it said 7. Yeah. But this destroys 1 of your own Digimon.
I wish the cost was higher. Yeah, me too, bro.
I activated it a few times today, but what it does is it deletes 1 of your Digimon. And then it fetches 2 purple Digimon of any cost from your trash, which in the late game can be Beelstarmon, but usually I fetched stuff that unbricks my hand. So I destroy 1 of my Icemon with a stack. I trigger all the stuff, then I fetch from the graveyard and I get the other Icemon, and then I do it again next turn. It is quite good to unbrick yourself, and in theory it is super good in long games where your Beelstarmon is cheap. And it's only 1 card, so I don't think it ever really bricks you, and it's always playable to some degree. So I think this is still good to keep in the main deck.
Yep. Fair enough.
Right. Then for this event we were playing a side deck. I sided additional copies of one each of these for the matchups where they're just really good. Happy Bullet is good versus Chessmon because it wipes out their small stuff and eventually it'll get to their bigger stuff, so their Sistermon.
Yep.
And if you wipe their Sistermon, you can attack for game because then they don't have any blockers.
Ha, suckers, yeah.
And I really wanted a second Swarmer in my main deck today, but I was convinced to not do it because it doesn't protect you when they hit it in security. So I just really wanted to play the second one still. I'm playing to Gazimon for the matchups where it's really good.
For matchup where memory is important, okay?
Right now I can't really tell you what matchup that is, but I think I sided it in a lot in favor of discard when discard didn't do anything. I was main decking 2 of these because I expected a lot of hybrid, and I side deck 2 more because it wins the game. And in cases where I sided these 2 out, then I sided these 2 in often. Let's go. I'm playing 2 Mimi. I wouldn't really play these at a normal, like if you expect a normal distribution of the meta. I just really didn't want to lose the mirror match, and I didn't know what to do about it. There's Avenge Kidmon, which is really funny to play in this deck. Which is really funny. Do I want to make us both lose? That is really funny. I chose not to. So these were it. It gives me a slight advantage in a mirror match, I guess. I wouldn't play it again. I just really didn't want to lose the mirror match, and I expected at least a few other people to play this, but I don't think I saw any.
They didn't, no.
No, yeah. And then I'm playing 2 Shakomon. I think you said in another video that your Cutemon wasn't as good as you expected.
Yep.
I played this, I summoned it, I hardcasted it because as you can see, this is not a purple card.
Oh, that's crazy, it's blue.
Yeah. And it's hard to tell. With this kind of effect, I'm not sure how much it does because they're just not going to use their card.
I know exactly what you mean.
So it is hard to tell how much it did. It's still damage into the face when it needed. I sided it against the hybrids every time, and I summoned it most games. And I don't hate it. It's just a rookie that does something, and I normal summon my rookies a lot that don't do something. So this is still better than that, I guess. That's the deck.
Cool. Any last words?
I think this deck is quite playable. It is in Discord meta with hybrid yellow everywhere. The matchup with a lot of the meta decks is not as bad as people expect. And I don't think the deck is very hard to play. You just have to get not unlucky. You don't need super luck, you just need to get not unlucky with the cards you send to the trash and your draws. And the mulligan rule that we have at this event should really help with that.
I mean, for sure, I agree with that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, thanks so much, Thomas. Have fun with your waifu mon, and see you in the next one.
Yep.
Like, comment, subscribe, etc. Bye.